The first period, of course, I don't know anything, but I thought it was pretty good. I mean, you guys were up 3-0. I know the first 10 seconds were kind of creepy, but after that, it seemed like the guys really got into the swing of things.
Well, yeah, I didn't like our first period defensively. You know, that first shift kind of started everything. You know, we turned over some pucks. We gave up some soft chances that we normally don't give up. Fortunately, we were able to capitalize on our opportunities. And but really, after the first intermission, we weren't happy with our defensive play, and I thought it carried over into the second period as well. Kind of gave it to the boys a little bit after the second period, even with the lead, and I thought we responded. I mean, that third period was some of the best hockey we've played.
Yeah, it really was. And the first period, I mean, I'm looking at all the goals in my mind here, and you know, not to be offensive or anything, but you guys have been scoring a lot of dirty goals. Hard-working, you know, slam the puck in from the crease type goals. Those are some really pretty goals tonight. I mean, the guys really played well as a team, I thought, offensively.
I thought, you know, we had some chemistry amongst our lines. Every line stepped up in different ways tonight.
Yeah.
I think we got a goal out of every line tonight. You know, Timmins' line get us going there with Rallo on the 3-on-2 rush, then Timmins' tip. You know, Matsumoto had a nice goal there in the paint from the pass behind the net in the second period from Repik. Repik had a great goal from Matsumoto there for the third goal. You know, Andre Roman getting a goal against his former team was fantastic as well. You know, and I thought we stood up together. You know, guys like Selleck stepping up and, you know, Tyson Strachan stepping in for a teammate there with 4 minutes left in the game. I thought it showed our team toughness as well. Dove was great early, gave us a chance. You know, Dove was the reason we came out of that first period up 3-0. You know, he'd want probably that mistake on the first goal against back, but you know what? He's made enough mistakes. We'll cut him some slack on that one.
Now, I was thinking back on that Andre Roman's goal. That was about the best forechecking I've seen all year. I mean, those guys just wouldn't let the puck leave the zone, and they finally found Andre there, and it was a great goal.
Yeah, I thought when we got pucks behind their D, we did a really good job of hounding the puck, creating turnovers. We had a good high forward. You know, we made some mistakes in our own zone, I thought, with some of our point coverage, you know, and some things like that. But I thought all in all, it was a solid effort by us.
Now, I'm not going to, you know, lay all the credit at the feet of one guy, but it just seems like John Matsumoto seems to have energized the offense a little bit here. I mean, what effect does a guy that is such a goal scorer, he's got a natural ability there, how does that kind of filter down through the team?
Well, I think the biggest thing is it relieves pressure from guys like Cullen, Thomas, and Kearns. Like, they don't have to rely on being the only ones to score goals every night. Most teams have one really good shutdown pair, so they have to make the decision. Do they take Cullen's line? Do they take Matsumoto's line? After tonight, do you take Timmins' line? Right. You know, each of those lines stepped up with, you know, some big goals for us. And even our fourth line, our so-called fourth line, was fantastic. So yeah, he's really, you know, kind of got us going that way. But I think all the guys, we've been playing much better hockey of late, and now guys are just believing in it, and now we're starting to get those bounces.
Just kind of a preview here with Sean Sullivan coming back to the Rampage, and one of the things that I've kind of noticed that you guys have lacked this year has been a presence on the power play and a defenseman that's willing to bring the puck up to center ice and dump it in, and I think Sullivan will give you that thing. That's a really nice fit for the Rampage right now.
Well, I think it is. You know, it's tough losing a guy like Kennedy, you know, in that trade, but you got to give up something to get something good. And I think, you know, being able to trade for the seventh leading defensive scorer in the league, plus he's plus 10, and he's excited to come here. You know, he's you know, so it's nice to have a guy that can, another veteran guy who's not a vet, which is nice, that you can infuse into the lineup and have another piece to the puzzle.
Wow, how cool was that to get the first goal against the old team? I mean, you guys really got off to a rocket blast of a start there. Talk about that goal, because it was really, I think you maybe caught Raycroft flat-footed when the puck came back to you as the trailer, as opposed to maybe I don't know if it was Billy, was whoever was in front of him.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about our starts and getting going quick, and James Wright made the pass across the rink, and sometimes for a goalie, when a pass like that coming as far as that pass did, if you get the shot off, you can kind of catch him off guard, and it worked out well, and Caruso did a good job driving the net.
Is it fun playing the game now? I mean, you only won 6 in a row, so I mean, is it how much of a difference does this make in your daily routine? I mean, does food taste better? I mean, what's the feeling?
It's great. I mean, obviously it's always better when you're winning. Locker room right now is great. Music after the game, boys are excited to come to practice. Everything's more upbeat right now, and it's a really good feeling.
What's the addition of John Matsumoto meant to the team? I know he's been putting the puck in the net, but having a goal scorer like that around, I mean, what kind of maybe an effect does that have, side effect on the rest of you
It's
guys?
great. It's great having a guy like that. That he's a game changer, and he's done it since he's been here. He can score goals and he can make plays, and he's responsible in his own end. So he's a huge addition to this team, and he's going to really help us down the stretch.
Now, you played for the Stars last couple of years, and you guys had great success there. Mm-hmm. And you come here, is this kind of what you were maybe envisioning the team being as the role that you're on right now back in October?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not sure quite what you're asking.
I'm just saying, like, if when you came here and you joined this team, were you kind of hoping maybe to keep it on the same role that you had with the Stars?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I am playing that same role right now. I'm, getting some power play time and being out there in key defensive situations, which I enjoy. And the coaching staff here has been, good to me from the beginning, playing me in roles that I was used to playing in Texas.
Now, 6 goals tonight. I mean, you had 5 the other night. I mean, just what's been the big change as far as, have you guys changed your philosophy, or is this goals easier to come by right now?
No, I think it's an overall. We got some lines right now that have played together for a couple of games, getting some chemistry going. You can see, right now all 4 lines are creating offense, which is really helpful because the other team, it's tough to defend against when you don't necessarily have a top line. You have all 4 lines can put the puck in the net, so it's pretty tough to play against.
So, man, you're really on a roll here, and the whole team is on a roll as well, 6 in a row. What's been the main difference here in the last couple of weeks here?
Well, first of all, we've made some moves to improve our team. We got some of our guys down from the NHL, so it's good when you have kind of battle-hardened players to come and join your team. So those are 2 big things from a personnel perspective. From a systems perspective, I think that the team as a whole has dedicated itself to a defensive posture. And I know that might sound a little unusual considering we put up 6 goals tonight, but if you consider what we've been giving up as a number of shots over the last couple games versus, say, what we did in Carolina or Charlotte, I think that you can kind of see the correlation. And we certainly got a couple goals against Peoria and then again against Houston and tonight off the rush, and that kind of comes off of good posture. So I think that those are the 3 things really that have made the difference for our team.
Now, you kind of set the standard tonight. 10 seconds into the game, right off the opening faceoff, and your old buddy Angelo came down, and you got the left pad on there. Talk about that.
Well, I think it was a little bit of a lucky save. I mean, he took a great shot. It was, I think, kind of a weird play right off the faceoff. I think everyone thought the puck was going to be going forward, and all of a sudden it bounced directly to the winger on their team, and he made a good pass. We got a little, perhaps, out of position, but that happens. Sometimes it comes in the first 10 seconds, and I've played games where I've gone 15 minutes with no shots. Yeah. So it's just, over a period of time you're going to see that, and then you hope that you're mentally and physically prepared for the start of the game, because otherwise it's 1-0 pretty quickly.
Well, and then you got Angelo again with the right pad a little bit later on there, so you're just not being very nice to your old teammate.
Well, he stripped me of the puck and got an assist, so he made me look pretty silly there. I think it evens out in the end, but I was glad to see that he was playing a lot. He played really well. I think he played on the first line or first line minutes, whatever it is, and not every opportunity goes in, but not every time I try to make a save, it's going to get stopped either. So it goes both ways, and over the course of the season, we'll even out.
All right. Well, you played great tonight. Anything that you're doing that's different? I mean, I know sometimes you get to overthink it, but I mean.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's anything from my end. I think it's more, like I said, I think we've been pretty good from a defensive posture, and that makes it easier for me in the sense that 27 shots or 25 shots or 29 shots is a lot easier to handle than 38 or 42, where I think we had 49 once. And I mean, just hockey's a game of statistics. That's why we keep them, and over 80 games or 72 in the American League. That's how you kind of put together a winning team. You reduce the number of shots and you increase the number of power plays. So it's actually pretty simple math. Okay,
I have one more question to go back to on Angelo. It just seemed like after you made that right pad save on him, just moments later you were there kind of talking with him. I think maybe it was a timeout coming up.
Yeah.
Did you just say, hey, sorry, Angelo, I had to make that stop?
No. He actually was the one who bumped me and knocked my helmet off, and he got the penalty for goalie interference. So he actually came up just to say that he was sorry. And he didn't really hit me that hard, which is why it was only like a 2-minute penalty. But he just the cup of his shoulder protector ended up clipping the side of my helmet, and it got caught, and that's why my helmet ripped off. It was kind of like an awkward play, and I knew that, and he just came up to tell me that it wasn't an issue or anything like that.
All right, very good. Well, you know, the Academy Awards are coming up pretty soon, so I think you might get a nomination on that plate.
All right,
very good. You're so or having the goalie make a great stop, or hit a pipe, or something. You know, you've really been snake bit. How sweet was it to finally get that little tip in there in the first period?
Yeah, that was nice. You know, it's always nice to help out offensively, and you know, this season I kind of haven't been producing as much as I'd like to. So, you know, whenever you get one of those goals, it's always a good feeling, and you know, it helps the team out. And it was a good, strong first period for us there.
Yeah, kind of walk me through your goal there. I mean, were you just kind of anticipating the shot from Caruso?
Yeah, I forechecked there, and I saw Rallo's got the puck and dished it out, and then he was just winding up for the one-timer. So I just tried to get my stick open, and hopefully, or luckily, I tipped it in, and it went in for me.
That'd be one of your best. Not only games, but I mean the first period. I mean, you guys just seem to be right over. I mean, you had the little defensive breakdown at the beginning. Yep. Dove kind of saved your bacon, but then you guys really kind of came back really strong.
Yeah, I've noticed that our starts have been a lot better lately. You know, in the start of the season, we were getting out, you know, down 2 early, and that was kind of crushing our hopes in the third period. It was making us harder to come back in the game, and now we've been getting out to good starts, and it's making a difference in the third period. We don't have to come from behind every game, and you know, we can rely on our defense to close out the games. 6
wins in a row now. I got to think that the confidence is like sky high in the room there. You probably think that you guys could beat the Bruins. Or
yeah, absolutely. I don't know about the Bruins, but you know, we're feeling pretty good in there, and it's nice. You come to the rink every day, and practice is easy, and all the guys are laid back. No one's upset, or we're not getting yelled at every day. So you know, it's a really good feeling, and you know, we're enjoying it.
And what's the what do you think's kind of the big difference? I mean, it just kind of started off as a kind of an innocuous streak, but now all of a sudden you get the ball rolling here.
Yeah, it's you know, I think we've made some really good additions to our team. It's you know, making us, you know, 3 really good offensive lines that can score, and our 4th line's, you know, great for energy, and you know, playing solid defense, and just creating energy and keeping the puck down low for us. So we've got 3 solid lines, and you know, our decor is really strong back there too for us. And Doe's been playing great for us. We can't ask much more from him. So we're just clicking right now, and hopefully we can keep this going.
One more question here on that goal by Andre Roman. I mean, it's just like you just forechecked the crap out of those guys. I mean, it was really impressive, and it turned out to be. It just seems like when you guys are working that hard, you get rewarded, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, especially for those lines, you know, the hard work eventually pays off. You know, sometimes they're getting upset with how hard they work, and they're not really getting anything producing. But you know, it's bound to happen eventually, and it was nice to see him score against his old team.